What's up guys, welcome to the video, and in today's video we're going to be making a scenario where Turkey invades all of the post-Ottoman countries and they try to reform the Ottoman Empire, and they're going to be taking over all these countries. I don't know if they'll be able to do that, but let's look at what's going to happen. So the first country which they're going to be invading will be Syria. Now this is because Syria already has a civil war kind of thing and they're not doing that well. It's also easy for Turkey to roll in because they have some proxies in the north. They take over their coastline and now they're heading towards Damascus, which they take with relative ease, and Syria just surrenders. Let's now make a peace negotiation. Yeah, and as we can see, Turkey just entirely annexed Syria. Now they're going to be invading some of these other countries, and let's take a look. These countries include Jordan, Palestine, Israel, and Lebanon. Now the troops from Damascus just cut these countries into two pieces and then take over them with ease because there are a lot of troops that Turkey has. Lebanon surrenders. Jordan also doesn't see any benefit in this war, so they just surrender. So once again, let's take a look at this peace deal. And once again, we can see that they completely annexed all of these countries in order to reform the empire. And now they're up against Iraq, which is by far gonna be one of the strongest countries which they'll invade. Once again, the troops from Jerusalem push into Iraq from the western regions, but Iraq also makes some significant gains up in the northern parts to take some Turkic lands. And in the south, we can see that Turkey is also making some significant gains, and now they want to capture Baghdad, which is somewhere around here. And this makes the Iraqi troops go from up north down south to secure their capital city, but it was too late as Baghdad has fallen into the Turkic hands. The Turkish troops arrive from the western parts of Turkey and the rest of Iraq just surrenders. And yet another peace negotiation where Turkey annexes the entire country of Iraq. And for now, there's only one country remaining in the Middle East which they're going to be invading. That's Kuwait, but they just immediately surrender. And now with the surrender of Kuwait, they're going to be focusing on the Eastern European countries. And now all the troops from the Middle East have arrived in the western parts of Turkey. And now Turkey launches an invasion on Bulgaria. Now this invasion is going to take a lot of time, more time than the other Middle Eastern countries because Bulgaria is much more stronger. But we know that they don't stand a chance against Turkey. And at last Sofia is taken. The rest of Bulgaria surrenders. Now, due to the fall of Bulgaria, some of these countries are starting to worry. And now they've made an alliance against Turkey, which is going to prevent Turkey from invading any of these countries for a longer period of time. But because Serbia has not joined this alliance, they're the most vulnerable to Turkey, and Turkey starts an invasion of Serbia. This was a surprise attack which Serbia cannot be handling right now. Their capital city is lost and the rest of Serbia just surrenders. Now let's take a look at this peace negotiation. Well, that looks even more hideous. And now Turkey is feeling more confident, so they're going to be attacking multiple countries now. And those countries include Romania, Bosnia, and Montenegro. The Turkish troops take over Montenegro in a couple of weeks and they invade Bosnia and Herzegovina at the same time. But the Romanians are a little bit stronger than they expected and they're taking over Turkey's coastline. The Turkish troops accelerate in Bosnia and Herzegovina after they heard of what happened over here, and they take over all of Bosnia and Herzegovina. And we can see that Romania is taking more and more land from Turkey in Bulgarian regions. They almost cut off Turkey from Turkey, but now the Turk troops have arrived and they surround all of these troops from Romania, which is not looking good for Romania. These troops ultimately surrender, and with the surrender of those troops, Romania can't be fighting any more war and their capital city is now taken and the rest of Romania surrenders. Oh well, a lot of ethnicities that Turkey is controlling now. Must be hard. But do you know what else is hard? That's invading Saudi Arabia. But if you're Turkey, you don't need to worry because you have a lot of troops from all these countries. So now the Turkish troops are taking over Saudi Arabia's coastline with the Red Sea. They're also taking the coastline of the Persian Gulf that Saudi Arabia just lost to Turkey now. But the most brutal part of this war was when Turkey got control over Mecca and Medina, and due to this the Saudi Arabian troops have lost their morale. Now their capital city is somewhere over here, but don't think that this invasion will be done in a couple of months or a couple of years. It's gonna take decades to take all of Saudi Arabia, but Saudi Arabia now surrenders because their capital city Riyadh is now taken by the Ottoman Turks, and the rest of Saudi Arabia is just a desert, so they just surrender. Well, more and more ethnicities and more troops for the Ottoman Empire. All of these southern Arab countries form a coalition against Turkey because they know that Turkey will roll over them at some point. Well, now troops from all these countries are getting into Saudi Arabia previously, but now Ottoman Turkey, and they've connected themselves. They're doing pretty well, until the military arrives, and now these countries are wrecked as Yemen's capital Sana'a has been taken. Qatar just surrenders. We can see that Turkish troops are taking all of these countries down easily because they're very strong now as they've taken over all of the European countries, and we can see that all these countries just get rolled over until Oman also surrenders. And let's take a look at another peace deal. Ooh, yeah, that kind of sucks for all these countries, and it also is kind of hard for Turkey to administer all these regions, so hats off to Turkey. Oh wow, when did this happen? One thing I'll tell you about this war, Egypt was not prepared, and due to which the capital city is lost within 6 weeks, and the rest of Egypt is nothing but just desert, except for the part that there is this Nile River here. So the Ottoman troops only have to follow this Nile River until Egypt surrenders. Well, Libya is in a civil war, so they can't just handle any more troops from the outside world where they have them in the inside, so they also kind of surrender. And once again, we'll be looking at a peace negotiation, and I guess we all knew what was gonna happen, but Turkey will not be moving anymore in the western parts of Africa because too much to handle. And keep in mind that it has taken almost 100 more years for Turkey to get all of this, so this wasn't just a quick thing to happen. So the next countries which they're going to be invading are, yeah, they don't even stand a chance. Turkic troops roll over in Armenia, as well as taking the capital city of Azerbaijan, Baku, and the only country that remains is Georgia, but they're no longer alive. So let's take a look at another peace deal. Okay, more and more expansion we can see, and at this point Turkey feels that they can go against this alliance which these guys made. Well, this doesn't look good for this alliance because they can't go against the Ottoman Empire / Turkey, and North Macedonia surrenders as well as Albania. The only country that remains is Greece, which is holding off, but they can, and when Athens is lost, they just go ahead and surrender. Yeah, Turkey annexed all of these countries, and now the capital city has once again been moved to Istanbul. The only country remaining now is Moldova, and they know they won't be able to win this war, so they just go ahead and surrender. Well, did forget about Cyprus, but yeah. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. And if I was asked about how long would this Ottoman Empire thingy live in the modern era, I would probably say like 1 week. But my work was only to show you guys on what could happen. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and tell me in the comments what you guys want to see, and goodbye.